Hey everyone, as you see, look up. Everyone, welcome back to KTSE Sports Talk with your main man and your host, Justin P. This channel here, we talk about all major sports: the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, MLB, NCAA men's and women's sports. We also talk about professional boxing, UFC, professional wrestling, golf, NASCAR, and tennis. This channel is open to all subscribers and fans of any team or sport. Once you check this video out at the end, make sure you hit the like button at the bottom and subscribe on the side and scroll up and hit all so you can get all the latest content. Or you can also find me here by going to YouTube and going to search, type in hashtag KTSE Sports Talk, and it'll pop right on up. So today we're going to talk about these weekend games and a recap. We had the Ravens taking down the Titans. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We was long overdue for that, in a tough game, 20-17, led by Lamar Jackson. He had 136 yards on the ground, a touchdown, and he was 17 for 24 in the air, 180 yards. He did have that one early interception, but he bounced back from it. And led us to victory. Marquise Brown with 7 receptions on 107 yards. Let me see. Mark Andrews had about 5 catches, 45 yards, a solid game. J.K. Dobbins had about 69 yards, 70 yards, a touchdown. Gus Edwards had about 45 yards, 50 yards. Just grinding up the clock, man. The offensive line played well, man. I mean, they got to the mark a couple times. Other than that, the offensive line kept him upright for the most part. Defense, man, that's what my game ball got. Everybody on defense. I know Lamar, he was fantastic. He was box office. He was Showtime. But the defense, man, they brought it home, man, by holding the league's leading rusher who went for 2,000 yards to fucking 40 yards on 18 carries, man. Great job, Don Wink Martindale. That boy Wink came with a great game by him. Joe Cullen, because that pass rush was starting to get there. We only had 2 sacks. They were getting Tannehill off a spot. They were trying to was picking on us with rub routes with man coverage. Wink made some adjustments and went more zone. Started shading coverage to A.J. Brown's side. They stuffed the run all day long, man. I think he had like 2 positive runs all game, man. It was just a good, hard-fought team win. Offense, defense, special team. Everybody did their job. The Bears and Saints. The Saints. Bears had chances to win. Javon Wims, he dropped the touchdown that could have probably changed some stuff up. Then after that, the Bears just were lifeless after that. The Bears defense played as hard as they could, but once your offense is not constantly putting together drives or even scoring, you get demoralized, and then eventually against a quarterback like Drew Brees, who arm strength is not as strong as it used to be, but he still can pick you apart, going across, in the middle of the field. So, I took a dive on that game. Washington, Tampa Bay, didn't know Alex Smith wasn't going to play, so, that kind of effed me up. But the kid Heineke, he stepped in, did a hell of a job, man, with no practice, no reps. He did a pretty solid job. The receivers didn't help him with the drop balls, but he did a pretty good job, I don't know if Washington's going to go that route, but they should look into it and just have open competition. I'm a big Dwayne Haskins fan, but he definitely needed to change the scenery by him growing up in the D.C. area. He probably wasn't focused because everything's so close around him, the clubs, the people, this and that. So, I could be a distraction. So, man, I wish him the best of luck going forward. Somebody else will give him a chance because he's still a good kid, man. He just needed to change the scenery from playing so close to home. The Seahawks, man, they got their ass kicked, like I said, straight up. Russell Wilson, I don't know, he played like he was on another planet, and I mean the bad, but he played like he was stuck on Jupiter when he supposed to have been on Earth. He just was, he was not, he did not look like the Russell Wilson that we all know. He threw 3 interceptions, one got took back for a touchdown. The Seahawks defense, as soon as we start to give them a little praise, they let Cam Akers come out there and run circles around, over 200 something yards rushing. Jared Goff, he managed the game because he had a messed up thumb. He just did what was asked. He completed the pass when he needed to. But I guess Sean McVay read my video. Watched my videos and listened to my podcast because he ran the hell out the ball with Cam Akers and Malcolm Brown and all them guys and Darrell Henderson. He put Jared Goff in real good situations. And that Rams defense brought it home. Aaron Donald had 2-3 sacks. Leonard Floyd had a sack. Jalen. He did it. He had DK Metcalf on the island for the most part. He didn't really do much. Yeah, he caught the big touchdown, but that was off a broken cover. But the Rams, I took a dive on that, and I got the Browns game right. I said it was going to happen. I didn't think they were going to score 48 points. I said 27-24, but I knew the Steelers. The Steelers just don't want to run the football. What the Steelers are known for most, defense and running the football. They got the defense. The defense, they had a bad game, but they made stops to try to get them back, but it was a little too late. But you keep throwing Big Ben threw the ball 68 times. That's not a recipe for success, especially in the playoffs. And he's an aging quarterback, almost 40 years old, so his arm is not going to hold up as much as it used to. So they might need to go look into running back, next year. I know McFarland's a scat back. James Conner, he's a feel-good story. He actually had a good year last year, the year before last, but he's not there. He's not that guy. They're severely missing Le'Veon Bell over there in Pittsburgh. Fuck him, because I'm a Ravens fan. So I got 3 out of the 6 games right. Ravens, Browns, Bills. Oh yeah, Buffalo Bills, shout out to them, who we're going to be playing on Saturday. They took down the Colts 27-24. It was a hard-fought game. Frank Wright made some poor coaching decisions by not going, by not taking his points. Kept playing renegade early in the game. You got to take your points, man. You got to take your points because this is the NFL playoffs. Especially early in the game. Fourth quarter, yeah, you can go ahead and roll the dice and, play renegade. But this, you got every point count, man. Every point count, every play count, every possession count, all that stuff counts. Because you can't get it back end of the day because you don't have next week. It's one and done. It's a mean-ass Raven clock, ain't it? I'm so smooth, you can't do it like me. Oh, stop. Yeah. That's the flock clock. Call. We calls that the flock clock. Anyway, I'm going to touch on the national championship real fast. Alabama beat up on Ohio State. I thought Ohio State was going to play a little tougher, but obviously I was wrong. Devontae Smith, he showed why he won the Heisman. The kid just electrifying. They kept trying to play him one-on-one, and he just torched them. Mac Jones played great. He had a solid game. Justin Fields, he did okay, but it just wasn't enough. Alabama just was too hungry and too determined, man. And Nick Saban showed you why he is probably the greatest college football coach ever. So, that's that. And then tomorrow I'll come back with a video on the divisional matchups, and breakdowns and my predictions and all that good stuff. Again, everyone, at the end of this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button. Hit all so you can get all my latest content. You can also find me on Spotify. I've been on there lately doing my podcast. You just go search hashtag KTSC Sports Talk with Justin P. Same as you could do here. You're gonna see all my latest episodes. I just finished episode 7 tonight with a good friend of mine, Cleveland McNeil. He has his own podcast called The Game on the Line. Y'all go check that out on Spotify. So me and him, we chopped it up about everything. I just talked about the playoffs and national championship, and we talked about some NBA stuff. Y'all can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Twitch. I do live video game streams like Madden, 2K, Call of Duty, all that good stuff. Well, everyone, this is it for now. Thank you for chiming in to KTSC Sports Talk with your host, Justin P. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you all. Peace.